Now then, you beautiful people, hope you're doing good. Thank you for joining us once again. We have got a boiler swap to do today. We haven't done a boiler swap for a while on YouTube. So, got a Worcester going out, a Baxi 400 going in. So before we get into it, don't forget to press that like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell, follow us over on Instagram and TikTok. Let's get into it. So, the dreaded Worcester is in here. It's going to be a bit tight to film, to be honest. Just put it in this cupboard. So, what I get, I'm not sure, but that Worcester is going on the driveway because it is knackered. There's way too many leaks. It's not economically worth repairing. So, that's coming out. Baxi going in. We've got to try and make some wonders with this pipe work. We've got a Altechnic dirt mag going in, so we need to find space on the return for that. This will be coming out, so might be able to get it in there, but yeah, we need to sort it out. There's no clips whatsoever other than these nail clips there, so we need to get some clips on it, clip it all up. Condensate is not going back outside. There is a washing machine pipe that goes out the wall there, so we're going to put a T onto that, up, round, and then back into the new condensate. Blow off straight through. Gas is already in 22mm, which is just on the outside wall, just a bit further down. So that's fine. So yeah, should be straightforward. We've got a hive going in. Well, there's a hive in already, so we're just reusing the old hive. We need to do a bit of sparky work, some pig work. Put a fuse spare in here because this is just wired straight into the board. So I need a fuse spare in here so we can flick it off when we're doing a bit of servicing. What I'm going to do is get the boiler off, get the new boiler on place, and then I'll catch up with you then and work out exactly how we're going to run our pipe work. Oh, progress update. Boiler is on. First time I've actually fit a 400 before, so it's first for me. We're putting a dirt mag in, which is going on the return, which is going to go on there. Elbow up. We've cut everything back. I just thought it's going to be easier than having to mess around that bit of timber, which we've took off, which is just down there, which we'll put back on lower down, but it gives us a open surface to plumb up exactly how we want it to. So I come off there, elbow up straight into the valve. Then cold is my right hand side one. I've just marked up hot and cold on the wall there. Cold, I need to cut that back because I've got a pinhole in it actually. So cut that back. We need to bend over there under the valve and up round. Then gas here. We'll have to kick it back to the wall. Elbow across and up. Hot. Then we're gonna have to cross over the floor, the cold, and the gas back in. So we'll have to do a bit of crossover. Same again, just straight across and up. And then our floor pipe, which is this one. What we have to do is socket on the top pipe down to a T, bend around these pipes here and across again with a bend. We'll try to bend as much as possible, so all the bends that are here will be probably set for this one because it's a bit too close. Will all be formed bends instead of press elbows, because I will be using press on a boiler for the first time. So we'll see how we get on with that. Obviously with the gas, we're going to need to get special fittings. I'll show you them shortly. I'm just waiting for delivery to come because I forgot to get the 22mm fittings. So they're coming. So in the meantime, what we're going to do is do the flue, which is a bit tight to do and show you doing it. But straight through the wall there. It's nice and tight outside, so we can fill that in with some sand and cement, which we're using, if I can find it in here, the Sodal Repair Express. Comes in a silicone tube. It's just a lot easier than having to muck up, get a bucket of sand and cement made up. It just saves a lot of time, basically. I'll do anything to save time. So, flue. Marked it out. I've got it at 34cm. So mark that out. I'm going to get cut with an angle grinder and put it into place, which I might try film it, but I'm not sure how good the content is. But if not, I'll catch you in shortly once the deliveries come and get our clips in place and start putting some pipes in. Always make sure you put your inside collar on before you put it in the flue and on the boiler, because the amount of times I've done it, I've put the flue and got it all made up and realised I've not put the collar on. Simple schoolboy error, we do it all the time. Get a bit of lube on it. Everyone loves a bit of lube. Right. Do we reckon we can push this all the way through? No. That would be a no, we can't. Yeah, right, I ended up knocking more bricks out than I wanted to outside. But it fits now, and that's the main thing. So I'm hoping that we can get that all the way on there like so. And then it's not gonna, is it? I'm not gonna have the room to push it on. Right, what I'm going to do is have to put the elbow on and push from the outside, which is a bit of a pain, but can sometimes be a nightmare because when you're pushing on the elbow, what happens, the elbow pushes out of square and it can be a bit of a pain. So we'll get that done in place and then patch up outside and inside, and then we can, hopefully the delivery will be here by then and we can crack on with the piping up. Right, so the flue all in, make sure you put in your self-tapping screws in. You get 2 for the where the flue meets the elbow, so it just goes on either side. There's like a little dot there, but if you can't get one side, as Baxi have said, as long as you can get 2 in, so you can put one at the top, one at maybe at an angle at the bottom, as long as you can get 2 in, that's sufficient enough. It doesn't matter to go either side, but just make sure you get 2 in. And then there's ones that are slightly longer ones. The longer ones go through the flue turret onto the elbow, one at either side. There's like a little U bit at the top of there, which it goes into. So yeah, flue all done, patched up with the sourdough. It's a lot easier. It just saves messing it around, having to mix too much sand and cement and having to waste it all. It's just a lot easier just to throw it into silicone good and just patch up. We like making life easy for ourselves. So, bag of fittings has turned up now. We can now start getting some pipe work in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the return and just make my way along basically. Get all them done and then we'll worry about the blow off and condensate later down the line. So, we'll get this one in first and then we'll go from there. Essentially in, return and cold all done. We're just clipping it as we go along because I'm not sure exactly where the clips need to be. So, they're all done, bent round like I said. Got a crossover on the cold. Just need to do the gas and then we can move over to the hot, which we're obviously going to do the pass over all them pipes. The gas, I'm just going to put an elbow on there across with a bend just like that so it matches up, socket onto my gas valve, which will go onto that fitting there. I recommend, if you on baxes, tighten the nuts up as you go along, because once you've got all your valves in, especially your cold and your return, are a nightmare to get a spanner in. So especially these two, just once you finish, tighten them up, because you won't get in afterwards. Especially on this 400, because the 400 doesn't, once you take the case off, you've still got this lip here, so you can't get in from above like the 6 and 800s. So yeah, just a bit of a tip. So gas on there. Just want to show you, if you've not pressed before, the difference between a gas 22mm fitting and 15mm fitting. They're both the same. And the water fitting. So water obviously is the black O-ring and the gas is the yellow O-ring. The gas is also marked up from the outside. That's for the purpose of, once your fitting's in place, there's no way of seeing the yellow O-ring on the inside, so you know it's a gas fitting there. So I should suspect that we should really, because it's not on this brand, which is Primaflow, I believe, it's only marked up on one side. So what I'm going to have to do is make sure that gas is facing forward. So if anyone ever comes to look at it, they know it's a gas fitting, not a plumbing fitting. You can buy gas and plumbing fittings, but they're a lot more expensive than buying just standard gas ones and standard plumbing ones. So we'll do that for now until the prices start going down. So yeah, I'm not sure why these different, why you've got to use different. I imagine it's probably something to do with, if there's a fire, the gas O-ring's not going to melt like a black O-ring would be, less likely to be a gas explosion. That's the only thing I can think of why it would be different. If anyone knows the answer, please let us know in the comments below. So crack on, get the gas done, and hopefully we can get done and piped up before dinner time. So just like that, all the plumbing, except for the blow off and the condensate, is done, all piped up, tested, filled up. We've got pressure in there. So we just need to wire up, which I'm going to do now. We've put some dirt mag cleaner in there, so we're going to leave that in probably overnight, to be fair. I'm going to like, oop, it didn't probably need it. The system water was quite clear, but for some reason, time seems to have gone so fast. I need to shoot off to go take my young one to football training tonight, so I can't work overly late. So I'm going to get wired up, gas test, condensate done and blow off, and then I can get the heating fired up, and they've got heating and hot water for tonight. I can come back tomorrow to drain down, clean it all out, fill up with a bit of commission. So yeah, we're getting there. It's gone nice and smoothly. Touch wood so far. I don't think it looks overly bad. It looks better than it did before. Put it that way. You've seen it what it was like before. It were all just pipes over pipes, and yeah, one very neat. So we just polished a shite as such as the old saying goes. I won't be able to reuse that. I was hoping it was going to be long enough to reuse the old blow off, but it's not going to be. So I think I'm going to do, because it's this type of blow off, people take that clip out. You don't need to take that clip out. It literally is a push fit fitting. You just push it on and it's in place. So if up here on that connection there, it's got a little O-ring. All you got to do, line it up and give it a good push up. There you go, done. No need to mess around taking the clip out. It's very, very simple. People overcomplicate it by taking the clip out. Me being one the first time I did it, it was a lot easier doing it once you know how to do it. So don't take clip out, push straight on. So what I'm going to do, I think, is outside in, drill another hole through there, and I can just put an elbow straight through. Hopefully I might have to press an elbow, bottom bit, put it through, and then do that. I've learned with press, there's a lot of planning. You need to plan ahead, and you've got to do one side of a fitting before you do any others. It's like this here, where I've done this crossover with the elbow. I had to do these two before I did anything else. So I did them out of place. Then I had to do the bottom one, and then I had to make up this section, and then I could go around here. So it's just working out a formula of how it works for you and what's best way of doing things. So it's a learning curve, is this press game. So yeah, if anyone's got any tips that I might be missing, let me know. I am marking them, cleaning them down and all that malarkey. So I'll crack on, get the wiring up. We've got fuse spur to cut in here onto, we've got fuse spur down here. Yeah, fuse spur, 3 amp fuses. Cut that in, because I'm a qualified electrician as well. Anyone can do Sparky's jobs. But I can't see a Sparky doing a gas man's job. And that's why us gas engineers or gas plumbers or whatever you want to call yourself are the ultimate trade. And speaking of ultimate trades, in May 17th, if I remember correctly, there is going to be a get-together at Barnsley Stadium at Oakwell. It is going to be called Soccer Trade. You might have seen a few things already. It's going to be plumbers versus electricians from the social media world, so there'll be a lot of familiar faces there. We're going to go head-to-head in a football match and see who is the best football team on the ultimate trade. So it should be a good day out. It's all for Mind Mental Health Charity, so we're going to be raising money for charity. We're going to be doing a trade show afterwards, so there's lots of your well-known brands coming down, and we're going to do like a trade expedition afterwards. There's going to be lots of raffles, live music, so it's going to be a great day and one not to miss. I will put a link in the description to the website, and you can register your interest, and you can get your tickets on there when the tickets are released in the next month or so. Right, scrap the fuse spur there. I've just found one in here. How I missed it before, I don't know. Fuse spur turns the boiler off and the hive off. So yeah, that's why. That's just me not looking properly in the first place. So I don't need to put a fuse spur in there anymore. Just wire it straight into the boiler, which makes my life a lot easier. I've got to say, like I said, it's first time fitting a 400. The entry point on these are so much better than the 600s and the 800s. If you've not fitted a back, say 600 or 800, it comes out here, around here, and you've got to loop it round, and basically, because of how it clips round and the magnets that hold it back, the PCB and the board won't stay up. It's always got to go flat down. So, Baxi, if you're listening, not that you would be listening to or watching my stuff, but if you are, just put that entry point for your wires on them all. It would make life so much easier. A lot less headache, especially when it comes to servicing. It's a nightmare with your PCB flopping back and forth and it never stays up. Right, so we're back. It's the next day. My phone died yesterday, unfortunately, so I didn't get to do any more content yesterday. But we got it up and running. The customer had central heating last night in hot water, so they were very happy because it snowed. It was very cold last night, so I'd have felt terrible if I'd left them with no heating last night. So all done. Condensate's done, filled up, tested out. So I just need to drain the system down again, clean it out, flush it out, and fill it with inhibitor, and clean out the dirt mag up there. And then I need to, what do I need to do? A bit of patching up, commission up, and then we're all done basically. Been a nice little job, straightforward. And a customer messaged me last night saying the radiators have never been as hot. So it's always a good thing it's satisfying when a customer messages you saying stuff like that. So yeah, so what I'm going to do now is just heating the system up, so I'm going to get up to 80 degrees probably, and then flush it out while it's hot. I prefer to do it flush when it's hot. I feel like you get a bit of a better job doing it that way. So we'll crack on, get it drained down. We're going to replace the internal bits of the drain off in there because it's an old one down there. So we will get your teeth back in, replace it for a type B drain off, and then yeah, I'll just catch up with you shortly. Enough of me babbling. Right, so system's all drained down. We're just flushing it through with standard cold water at the moment, which is coming through nicely. It's clear as out. It's not a filthy system like you get on some, so there's no need to do anything like power flushing or magna flushing or anything like that. So that's run. I had the dirt mag cleaner running overnight, so yeah, it's enough for me. I'm happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is just let that drain down. I'm going to then put the hose pipe on the bottom of the dirt mag. Why is it flashing every time I go in here? Hose pipe on the bottom of the dirt mag. Drain this section down because there'll be a bit of water maybe still left on this bit of pipe here. And then once I'm happy that's drained down, I can put the inhibitor straight into the top of the dirt mag, and yeah, we're all ready to go, ready to commission, and we're getting there. Another hour or so, and we'll be all done, hopefully. Right guys, so all done, dusted. We've tested out, commissioned. Obviously I'm not going to show you the commissioning thing because that's the gas safe side of stuff, so I can't really show too much gas stuff on YouTube because I end up with some cowboy doing their own boilers. So all done, commissioned, handed over to the customer. So give him this little booklet which is just keeps everything nice and neat together. So we'll probably leave that in here for the customer, probably just put it on there. So yeah, that light is so annoying. So yeah, all done. Just a quick question I want to ask. I got asked this and I seen someone else post it the other week. When you fit a boiler, do you do a CP12? I personally do because it's more for me than it is a customer. It's got it on my records that I've tested everything out. I've done everything as to book, and yeah, it's just from me. Do you do CP12s on your boiler installs or not? Let me know in the comments below. Wrap this one all up. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've picked up some tips, tricks maybe, and just, yeah, hope you stay to the end. If you have, please smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow us over on Instagram and TikTok. And I will see you guys next week for another video.